What's going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. Before we get off, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, like this video, hit the bell notifications so you get notified. I try to deliver daily content of high-end collectibles, statue chats, reviews, and more. Today we're going to do a statue display update. I finally, more or less, kind of finished the statue revamp in preparation of getting the life-size endoskeleton. So the whole idea was switching my creature and Alien vs Predator wall. So of course I had to re-wall mount a lot of stuff, which is always the biggest of hassles, and honestly the worst part of, moving something, especially the alien bust, and that's such a hassle. Fixing nail holes and all that good stuff. Moving the statues is probably not the hardest, although I will say Big Chap is probably the most annoying 1/3 scale to move. He weighs so much, like ridiculously heavy, probably like 75 pounds, and he's kind of awkward, and he's definitely one of the hardest statues to move, like picking up. Like, it was easier to move Wonder Woman on horse than him, honestly. XM Alien also is extremely difficult because it's also like off balance and it's 3 feet long, very heavy. Everything else was quite easy, honestly. But this is how we did it. Before, when I had this on the other wall, these were actually switched, but right now I did it like this. There's a slight disadvantage to having this directly above. It blocks the very bottom part because my ceilings are only 8 feet high. But in general, I do want it directly above because I just think it looks far better. Now, I'm not 100% done. There's a few things I need to do. So above Wolf Predator, we will be wall mounting this. I did buy a Wolf Predator wall mount, so we're going to wall mount that, probably just stick that on the wall underneath. And then I also have this Predator poster and Alien poster that's going to go right there and there. I just had to buy some sticky commands so it can stick to the wall. I need fresh new ones so it's not going to fall or anything. So that's two things I'm waiting for. And then we still have this shelf here until we get the life-size endo. So as soon as that's there, then we'll, move Arnold over here. The life-size endo will go right there. And, we're selling the endo bust. I still technically haven't sold it yet. At least I haven't received money. Someone did commit to buy it, this upcoming Friday. So they said they'd put some money down, but still not technically sold. So it still is available at $2,000 shipped. We also do have Aragorn 1/4 scale for $400 shipped. So that is for sale. But eventually this will be Arnold 1/3, T1000 1/3 with Pure Arts bust, and so just 2 1/3 and the Arnold bust, and then the life-size endo. Now there is a few options on what I can do over here. Right now I've put Red Sonja and Lord of Darkness. Keep in mind, once the life-size endo's here, I'll be able to see that better. Which is okay. Obviously, Red Sonja is one of my best 1/3s. It's definitely like a top 1/3, top 10. And I don't really like throwing it in this spot, kind of a corner spot. I have thought of moving her, and I wanted to get your guys' thoughts. I can do Chucky right there, next to Lord Darkness, so I have the space for the ECC unkillable zombie bus, which I wanted to get and put down there. Then we just do Chucky right there. So that's if we move Red Sonja. Otherwise, I'd have to pass on the unkillable and keep Chucky there next to Ghostface. I can still see Red Sonja pretty decent. It's not like it's horrible. I can still see it decent, but it definitely is not the best spot. There's some good lighting above. She pairs okay with Lord of Darkness. Not, her best pair, honestly, would be Conan, the Arnold Conan by PCS. But I'd definitely have to dedicate some good space to that if I did that. So over here is the creature wall. I finished this up today. So what we've done, and I tried a few variations, but directly above the underworld is the poster, which I wanted to do, then a prop. So that ends underworld right there. I do have all of the COAs wall mounted more or less behind it. Because there's no wall here, I actually wall mounted his COA right there. That's how underworld is. Then you go into the blade. Now, I did try him right there, him in the corner, him in the middle. But based off all the different angles and what bus I like best, I think it's best to do Drake in the corner, have all their COAs behind them, doing this wall mount prop directly in between them, and then this blade prop right there. And I think overall that looks really good for sure. And no matter how I do it, I'm going to have two busts next to each other. It's just a matter of having Drake next to Marcus or next to Reaper. And obviously next to Reaper technically does pair better, and then these two have to be there. I would love to have Pale Man up high. Unfortunately, it just can't work. You know, I thought about what if I did Pan's Labyrinth right here, Underworld, and then, you know, do Drake below and Reapers right there. But I did not like how the Reapers looked right there. In addition, I wouldn't be able to wall mount the Reaper placard, like transformation placard, directly behind it. I mean, technically I could, but it would be dangling down, and I'm trying to avoid having something dangling in the window. You know, that's why I wall mounted their two COAs above, because I can't do them directly behind it like everything else, so I just did it above. And then his COA I put there with that, their COA, this COA, their COAs with that little Mogwai sign, which looks really good. So I think I did the best I could. Now, Pillman, I can still obviously see him extremely good. Like, he doesn't need to be up high. It's just, I do like him a lot more than I like Drake. Alrighty, folks, sorry about that. Wife came downstairs and I lost my train of thought. But I did have her check out my Infinity Studios Superman bust, and she was very impressed. She thought it looked just like him, and she was very impressed overall. She likes it a lot. So for this wall, one thing I also did is I had to re-angle that arm, and I actually like it better angled that way versus how I had it previously. So we're just going to add the two posters right there, Predator down Alien, the wall mount Wolf bust, and this will probably be the Arnold 1/3, Arnold bust, T1000 1/3, Pure Arts, hopefully it fits there, then life-size Endo. Now, if I did want to move Red Sonja, like I told you guys earlier, I have two options. So right now, I currently put Khaleesi there. I can either A, keep her there, or B, move her, return Red Sonja, and then Khaleesi would have to go right here, more or less inside my Godzilla vs. Kong Kaiju display, which are right now, I've kind of planned Mecha Godzilla, because I'm getting King Ghidorah right there. And I think Mecha Godzilla would look amazing right there. So that is, one thing. If I did King Ghidorah there and Khaleesi there, I mean, she has dragons on her base, which, Dragon and Dragons, which is kind of cool, although it's still technically two completely different, genre themes, and they're both fantasy themes, but, two different movies, TV shows. Alternatively, if I wanted to, I could raise Godzilla bust, do Kong bust there, the Dio there, King Ghidorah there. So this is all Godzilla vs. Kong, and then this is free to more or less move Jack Sparrow, lower Khaleesi, and do Red Sonja there, and then we just forego Mecha Godzilla. That also does not give space for Kong vs. Skullcrawler, which is also something I, want to keep. So ideally, I think it's probably best not to try to interrupt my Kaiju display. So I may just have to keep Sonja there. Although, I'll have to figure that out. Let me know what you guys think, if we should forego Mecha Godzilla, put Sonja there, and Khaleesi there. Which also does mean I have a 1/3 up here and a 1/4 over here, so it's not all the same scale. And I like to keep everything the same scale. I don't like having a 1/4 and then a bunch of a 1/8 dinosaur. Lots of different scales, which I do want to avoid. I think the 1/4 is fine if everything else is non-scaled. God, that freaking fly just attacked me. Jupiter. So, yeah, I do need to figure that out for sure. Now, yeah, the creature wall overall, I think I am pretty satisfied. I am kind of disappointed I can't fit my Pan's Labyrinth poster. I am going to still hang it, but it's going to be in the hallway on the door underneath my Gremlins poster. Because I do like that poster. I think it's really cool. Otherwise, for the most part, all we really need is that life-size endoskeleton, to really make this wall absolute. Now, if for some wild reason, I always have a plan B, I do not get the life-size endo. Let's say my seller comes back, they say shipping's too expensive, they want to cancel the sale, or they are asking for more money and I'm not giving more money, and let's just say I don't get it. Then what I would do is I would keep my life-size endo bust as you see it. I don't have the lights currently plugged in, but I would keep that there with the arm, still get Arnold 1/3, T1000 1/3, eventually hopefully a endo 1/3, but I would have tons of additional space right here to put Prime 1 Jungle Hunter 1/3. Because I do have it on pre-order, and I still want to get it, of course. I would not sell my Cinema Cat. I would have both, because they are, they're very similar, but they're also different. I mean, the poses are different in essence. The way they're angled. I would use the red Predator logo. I would probably never display it open mouth. I would do closed mouth or masked or the other mouth version. And I also have the closed mouth bust on PO. I've also thought of if I ever wanted to move Cinema Cat Predator there and do Prime 1 Predator right there, that could technically also work. Because Cinema Cat does fit right there. Perfectly fine. But we'll have to figure that out when that time comes. For Prime 1 Jungle Hunter, I really do need to see in-hand photos. Because if it looks anything like their 1/4, I'm instantly canceling. But if it looks like the prototype, or at least 95% to that proto, then I'll buy it, get it in hands, figure out where I'm going to display it when it arrives. Because that could become the best statue of all time, like single statue, if it's like the prototype. And they don't cheap out on you. So we'll see. That is still probably a year out. But yeah, we'll see. But I do like to have backup plans just in case the endoskeleton doesn't come. I could also, if I wanted to, buy Queen Studios T1000 bust and do Arnold bust, Arnold 1/3, T1000 1/3, Queen T1000 bust. Probably just cancel Pure Arts at that point, wouldn't need it. I would definitely love to get the Queen T1000. It's just so freaking pricey. It's like almost the price of how much I spent on the life-size endo. I'm just like, the endo life-size is going to be way cooler. So yeah, we'll see. As of now, my life-size endo has not shipped. It's been 1 week as of tomorrow as I'm filming this. And my seller says they'll get it shipped out this week. We'll see. They actually wanted to reopen the boxes to film a YouTube video, and I'm like, absolutely not. I do not want this to get damaged. And you had this for a while. You could have did a YouTube video anytime you want. Don't want you reopening it to shoot a video right before you ship it, potentially damaging it. I'm a big no-no. As soon as the statue's mine, you need to not open up the box and display it and whatnot. It's now mine. Ownership has been transferred. You need to ship it accordingly as agreed upon. So anyways, folks, that's pretty much it for the collection update in regards to this room. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below in regards to Red Sonja, Mechagodzilla, Khaleesi placement, and whatnot. So overall, I do think this is the best choice for the room. I really do like how this wall looks, especially sitting down. It's not as close to me. Like right now I have really good angles of like Marcus bust and Reaper. This is like my angles. The Mummy, such a sick statue. I can see all this extremely good. This is further away, but these pieces are bigger than my creatures, and they need that extra depth. I feel like my Predator and Aliens are able to breathe better over here. Because right here, these two shelves are 18 inches. I only have one 24-inch. Over here, everything is the 24-inch depth. So the bust is, can breathe better. XM Alien, Wolf Predator, and the fact I get Wolf Predator bust up high next to his 1/3 is so sick. Everything can just breathe better and it's more spacious. So I really like the more spacious feel, and having it completely next to Terminator, where over here it wasn't truly next to it, like, side by side, it was more angled. So I do think this is the best overall. Some people didn't like the changes. I personally do. I think it is for the best. So I'm quite happy with the change. And even if I don't get the life-size endo, I don't regret changing the walls, because I just, like I said, I feel like this is where it should be, the more spacious, bigger side of the room, where the statues can breathe better and whatnot. So I'm quite happy with the results. The wall mount wolf bust thing should arrive probably early next week. And I'll hang the 2 posters this Friday when I get the command stickers. So, yeah, should be good stuff. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.